Okay, so we've done our eyes. The final step is going to be to finish the face. Now, I've already done my foundation and concealer and my setting powder for my foundation. So that's all done. So you want to have that done before you do your eye makeup. To start out, I'm going to be using my Smashbox Artificial Light in, this is the color Glow. And this is just a little sample that I have. But to take that, this is very pigmented, so you don't want to go overboard with this one, but just take a little bit of that on the finger like that. And I would even, you know, spread it around on your back of your hand first and just pop that on the cheeks a little bit, and then going, oh, I didn't get enough there. All right, just pop that on the cheeks. Now, before you go spreading this all over your face, it is gold and it is shimmery, but really pretty, and we're gonna top it with powder so it won't be so much of a wet gold look. But do not go close to your nose. You don't really want to put anything like in this area. That'll just make you look heavy and even a little dirty. So I'm gonna put that on the other side too. See, I'm like stopping right about here and just rub that all the way up. And this almost gives you, I feel like, a little bit of a peachy hue to the skin too, like a blush would. And there, yeah, that looks really nice. So it already is giving a little bit of that golden summer, like sun-kissed look. Next, we're gonna do our blush, and I am using the E.L.F. blush, and this color is in Blushing Rose. I just really like it. I'm a medium skin tone, so it's seems a little dark, but it just gives a really natural flush for me. And I'm using my E.L.F. blush brush. I know it seems like I'm using a lot of E.L.F. products, but they're really inexpensive, and I just really am happy with a lot of them, especially their brushes, their studio line brushes. So I'm just gonna pop that onto the cheeks, go all the way back to the hairline. You don't want too much because we're gonna be using other powders. And then go ahead and do the other side. And if you smile, you see where your natural apples of your cheeks are. But remember, don't go in here. And there, now we have that pink look to our cheeks. What I like to do between layers of powder, I don't want you to look like cakey and powdery, so I just take like a buffer brush. This is just a generic powder brush, and go over that, and it just helps take that powder look off of it, and you know, so you don't look so made up. All right, now it's time for bronzer, and I am using my bareMinerals All-Over Face Color, and this is in Faux Tan. I got this in a sampler, and I have to say I love it. It just really gives me a natural looking tan, and that's hard to do with bronzers. You can often look so gold looking and shimmery, and this isn't. It has a slight shimmer to it, like you can see shimmer when it's in the tub, but on your face it really doesn't come off like that. So I just put a little bit of it in the cap like that. If any of you use bareMinerals, you know how to do it. And I'm using my E.L.F. complexion brush. It's just a really soft, fluffy brush. And so I'm gonna dab that on there and then kind of buff it off. And I'm just gonna take that same place where you put your blush and just add that all over. And it just really, it honestly makes you look like you've been at the beach for the day. Then what I do, you don't want to re-dip and go up the hairline, but take whatever's left on your brush and just go up the hairline. And then that's what really makes you look sun-kissed, but also natural. Because if you just have bronzer on your cheeks, I mean, nobody just gets sun there. When you get sun, where does it hit? It hits your forehead. So by going up there right along the hairline, you don't want to bring it too far down because you'll just look dirty then. But it just warms up your face and really makes you look sun-kissed. And then you can take, I mean, there's like probably nothing left on this, but just a little bit on the bridge of the nose. You get a little sun there, but you really want to be careful with that. Not to do too much because we want to keep this area clean and fresh, and then just blend it out over the whole face. So now I have a nice beachy summer tan going on. Take your buffer brush, just kind of go out over, blend it all in. And then to finish up the look, because that was kind of a matte bronzer, a little bit of shimmer for this look. If you want, you can stop here and just have a nice summery bronzed look, or you can add this finishing touch. And this is my Stila Illuminating Finishing Powder, and this is in the color bronze as well. So we're really bronzing it out today. And it's pretty big, and it comes like that. And this looks like this would be super dark and gold, and you can see all the different colors in there, but it actually comes off, I mean, it comes off really not that dark at all. So I'm just going to take that same brush that I used for the the bareMinerals All-Over Face Color, and just swirl that on. And this will have a little bit of shimmer to it, so I just want to lightly go over the cheeks. And then, again, you can just kind of go up. And that just gives you a little bit of a shimmer, a little bit of sparkle, especially for the evening. Might not want to do that for the office, might be a little bit too much, but you know, that's the finish of the face. So now we want to do lips. I just have a chapstick on right now. So for the lip color, I'm going to be using my N.Y.C. This is like a 93-cent lipstick. I got it at Walmart. It's the Ultra Moist Lip Wear. That's the brand it is. And this is in 301B Cafe. And so I'm not going to line my lips or anything because I don't want it to be a super defined lip look. It's really just about a neutral kind of sun-kissed look. So I'm just going to put that over the chapstick I already have on. And this color is really nice because it's a little bit pearlescent, but it's just a really nice neutral color. So now that I have that on, I want to add a little bit of some color over top, a gloss over top. So I am going to be using my E.L.F. Mineral Lip Gloss, and this color is in Bare. And this one is just a really nice color. I'm just going to top that off there. And it just gives a really nice glossy look and a neutral lip look for the all-over bronze look we're going for. So there you are, simple enough.